Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for December the 18th, the last Weekend Magic of the year, because next Saturday is Christmas Day, and while I might do something for next Saturday, it won't be a Weekend Magic, and of course the next Saturday after that is New Year's Day, which is next year. So this is it. And of course, being the last Saturday before Christmas, it's also like the busiest shopping day of the year, so you probably should get out there and get started. So with that in mind, we're going to try to keep today as brief as possible and be efficient so you can get out there and join the shopping fray, because it probably really is going to be like the busiest shopping day of the year. I mean, more so than Black Friday even, because Black Friday was kind of disappointing this year, wasn't it? So in order to be efficient, we're going to do everything in this one small Starbucks bag of holiday goodness. Everything for today's video is in here. We've got keys, we've got pins, we've got ornaments. Let's get started. And by the way, most of it's not Starbucks, but some of it actually is. Let's see what the first item in the bag is. It is a Key to Imagination key. It is the book of Robert Fett. Yes, Robert Alfred Fett, aka Bob A. Fett. The new series coming to Disney Plus, next week, I think? It's supposed to come out, I think, for Christmas time, right? Like just after the end of Hawkeye. So yeah, here is our Boba Fett key. It is, instead of saying Star Wars down here, that's a little different actually. This is probably the most unique thing about it, is that instead of saying Star Wars on the teeth, it actually says Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett. That makes it unique. I think it's the first Star Wars key that hasn't just said Star Wars down there. But it's done in Boba Fett's green, kind of pale, washed out green colors, some brown accents, and that little symbol in the middle, which I guess is relevant to him, but I don't honestly remember it. Yeah, this actually came out, last Friday? I think last Friday. And it actually... No, this came out on Monday, didn't it? This came out on Monday this week. This actually arrived on Thursday. This arrived super fast. This arrived before something else that's in this bag that I ordered like a couple days before it. Yeah, they arrived too bad. It did arrive in a bubble mailer, which I'm not super happy about, but it seems to have made the trip okay. I like that they've been using boxes recently, more so than bags, but it's here, it's in one piece, and it's nice. It's a nice key. What's next in the bag? Let me move it closer so that I can reach into it a little easier. Let's see. Next is an ornament. Now this one actually is from Shop Disney. So if you remember a couple episodes ago, may have been last episode, I think a couple episodes ago, I talked about the Starbucks ornaments and how it seemed like they were just going to be the ones from Shop Disney this year. And we had ordered the Disneyland and the Disney's California Adventure ornaments. Well, then they released two more on Shop Disney. They released actual Starbucks Christmas ornaments. Yep, we have the red lid, and it does look very, very similar to the Disneyland ornament. This is the Disneyland one. There was a Walt Disney World ornament as well. But seeing as we've never been there and don't live in Florida, we went with this one, California, the original. Now, it does admittedly look very similar to the normal Disneyland ornament, with Mickey's head there all front and center and all. But it is all Christmassy up. There's a big Christmas tree there. We've got like nutcrackers. It does actually look quite a bit different than the normal Disneyland ornament. What is that? Is that Figment? That better not be Figment. Figment isn't in California. That can't be Figment. Maybe it's Pete's Dragon. Pete's Dragon has a name, but I don't know what it is. We look like we have Santa up there in his sleigh. And of course, being a Starbucks cup, it has all these little things that I've never actually see Starbucks use because they just print out labels now. And of course, the Starbucks logo. Yep, that's the last of the Disney Starbucks ornaments, and probably actually the last of the Disney ornaments we'll be getting this year. So, yay! Next, let's reach into the bag and pull out this. Okay, this is actually a two-part thing. So Shop Disney has been selling these little like leather ornaments that you can get personalized. Now the ornament, or I guess they're meant to be like gift tags as well as ornaments. So aside from, this part, this of course is not personalized, but you can get it with someone's name on this little tag here. So we have one that says Void because they have a letter limit, I think, of 15 letters, and the word intelligence is 12 on its own, so Void of Intelligence is a little long to put on pretty much anything. But we have this one. It's got kind of a plaid background, very similar to some of the patterning on the Mickey and Friends mystery keys. We've got Mickey and Minnie with deer antlers sprouting from their heads because the ears weren't enough. And there are little Christmas baubles hanging off of them. And it's actually kind of funny because this is the second one of these because, see, my wife had forgotten when she ordered it that she'd already ordered me another one. This one. Thankfully, this one is actually quite different. This one's more of a keychain style. Has Mickey on it. Says 'Tis the Season. It's still another one of these leather things, but it is actually drastically different. It's made in Canada, apparently. Canada Leather Treaty. Yep, so is this one. This one's more of a keychain style instead of a kind of ornament style. And it says Void on black leather. We have black leather and we have white leather. Black leather, white leather, black leather, white leather. Seems like it should be a tongue twister, but I'm able to say it, so I guess it isn't. Yep, these are cute. I'm going to call them ornaments. I mean, they're also, like I said, they're also used as like gift tags. And the cute thing, I don't know if they're still selling them. I don't know, other than the keys, honestly, or at least a couple of the keys, I don't know if any of this stuff is going to still be available. But we'll look at it anyways. Next up, let's grab out this. We have another Starbucks ornament. This one actually, so I mentioned in the video about the other Disney ornaments that it seemed like Starbucks wasn't going to be having ornaments this year because we hadn't seen them yet. And then on Thursday, someone at work told me that they saw them at the Starbucks near work putting out ornaments. And they only put out 3 this year, at least only saw 3. And we only bought 2 of them. We didn't buy the third one. The third one's one of those Been There series ones, and we have last year's Been There, and the only real difference seems to be that this year's is written in gold. But this one's kind of unique, certainly different than any of the other ornaments we have. It's, of course, a cold cup. You have the Starbucks logo there in the center. But they do actually sell this cup. They actually had it on the display right below the ornaments. But what makes it unique is that it's a keychain. So you can either hang it as an ornament off the little ribbon here, which doesn't, there we go, that's better. Or you can just put it on your keys, although I suspect if you put it on your keys, that straw is going to snap off pretty quickly and you will no longer have an ornament. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. Oh wow, I did not realize it actually opens. I was not actually expecting that. It opens, it has a little stopper to keep the straw from coming out, just like the real one. That's even more likely to get lost though. But that's pretty cool. I did not realize it actually did open. You could so if you give this as a gift, you could roll up a 20 or a 50 or 100 and stick it in there. I mean, they'd probably be able to see it, but you could do it. That's pretty cool. That's a unique one. I don't think we have any ornaments that are this particular style in cup. We have cold cup ornaments, but none in this style. And certainly none with these weird little knobbly studs on the outside. It feels like with the real cup, you could probably hurt somebody if you hit them with it. To be fair, if you hit somebody with anything hard enough, it'll hurt them. That's the nature of hitting people. What next? Next, we will look at this. So this is the 2022 key. This came out... Oh, I can't keep it all straight anymore. I think this came out... Did this come out last week or this? It doesn't matter. It came out and we have it. Maybe this is the one that came out on Monday and we got yesterday. I really don't remember. That is unfortunate. But it is the 2022 Mickey and Minnie key. Got Mickey and Minnie on the front in a kind of a, I don't know, not low resolution, but low detail style. But inside we have a light blue color D with this castles on there. It looks like Mickey balloons. I really haven't looked at this beforehand. Got a little scuffed up, looks like in shipping. But the box is otherwise in good condition. I'm pretty sure this one and the Boba Fett Key are both still available on Shop Disney, and probably will be for some time to come. After all, last year's, well, technically still this year's Star Wars Day Key is still up there. Yep, they kind of they went from not making nearly enough to now making more than they can possibly sell in a reasonable amount of time. But it says 2022 on the front there. It's got Mickey and Minnie. Looks like basically the same Mickey and Minnie that are on the box on the key. And then we have the Disney Castle stem with more of the same patterning of balloons and castles. And I guess it's the same pattern that's on the box. Books, we got Tinkerbell, ice creams, Mickey hats. Very festive. Very much the way to start out your new year with a new key. Although technically, I mean, it's a key from 2021 because they all are. And next we'll go with the last key we received. This one actually came out. This one came out in between these two, but it arrived last. It actually arrived last night. It's funny, the one that came out on Monday, because one of these came out, I think it was this one came out on Monday. This one arrived on Thursday night. This one arrived on Friday night. But this is the long-awaited From Our Family to Yours key. I think this is the one that came out on Friday last week, and that one came out on... oh, wow. On, I can't keep them straight more. I should stop babbling about it because it just makes me sound even more foolish. But this one arrived last. Despite being the one that came out between the two, and came out after the one that arrived second, it did arrive last. But yep, we do have it now, From Our Family to Yours. And just says the same thing inside in different languages, I guess. It says Disney Store on it. May they rest in peace. But the key itself, very wintry. We've got whites and blues, got lots of little snowflakes on it. We've got Mickey and Minnie there in the middle, flanked on either side by trees. But it showed up in pretty good condition, and came in a box, because it came, of course, this one you had to buy $25 worth of merchandise to get. These two were just, I think, $12.99 each. And this one, unlike the Eternals key, did seem to sell out on the first day. I did try to buy another one like the next day, and the code didn't work anymore. And actually, the Eternals key doesn't work anymore either. So it looks like we're going to stop at about 7 of those. But you know, when those become valuable, when the Eternals become a big part of the MCU, and people are like, oh, I wish I'd gotten an Eternals key, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to sell those keys for the highest amount I can get. And then I'm going to retire on them. Yep, there's From Our Family to Yours. I think it's 3 more things in the bag here. Next, we'll do a pin. This is actually a little bit of a Thanksgiving leftover, because I don't think we actually knew about it before Thanksgiving. We discovered it on the site later. And indeed, this arrived earlier this week, I believe. But it is, it's a leftover Thanksgiving pin. We didn't know it had been released. I'm taking out the package, of course, because it had, as we've had recently, a big label in front of the pin, so you couldn't see it. But now you can see it. It's Mickey Mouse. No, it's not. It's Minnie Mouse, because it has eyelashes. There's no bow. That's what got me. But yeah, there's a dress and eyelashes. So either it's Minnie or it's Mickey wearing Minnie's clothes. Which, hey, no judgment. But it says, sweet as pumpkin pie, 2021, happy Thanksgiving, and Minnie is serving up a piece of pie. And the pie, we've seen this on pins before this year. The pie is actually that kind of rubbery vinyl material. It's not metal like the rest of the pin, so it actually sticks out a little bit. Don't know how you can see that, but it does protrude from the surface of the pin, and it's all kind of rubbery and squidgy compared to the rest of the pin. It's limited release. It was... there's no price on it. I have no idea how much it was, because I didn't purchase it. My wife did. So not that I remember the prices or anything else either. But, yeah, it's very pretty, very cute, very limited release, and very much going to go over there for the rest of the video. Two more things. Two more things. Next is another pin. Now, I kind of wanted to keep stuff Christmas, or at least holiday related for this video. I mean, aside from the keys, because the keys are the keys. And even one of them is holiday related. But, yep, this also arrived this week. And it's a candle. That's like basically a holiday thing, right? But it is a D23 exclusive pin from Disney's Encanto. Limited edition of 1,000. It's a double pin back. Mickey pin. But I think it was like $12.99. It was actually really, I think for a D23 pin, quite reasonably priced. It's smaller than a lot of them have been. But it's, I think, about the right size that I would have expected this to be. I usually expect them to be smaller. And wonder why I'm paying 20 bucks a piece for them. This one was, I think, a lower price, and it's a smaller pin, but it's got a little glitter element here up around creating an aura around the flame. And it's like a butterfly kind of etched into the candle body itself. Still haven't seen Encanto, and realistically, I probably won't see it until it shows up on Disney+. But, if I waited till then, the pin would have been gone. So, it's here. It'll go in that, well, now I guess just that's a pile over there. We have one more thing, and then I'll let you go. I will let you go and get on with your shopping. And that is this. One more Starbucks ornament. This would be the other one I picked up at the local Starbucks on Thursday. It would be this year's Red Cup ornament, which ironically, being this year's Red Cup ornament, doesn't look like any of this year's Red Cups. And it was $7.95, and it is stuck to the wrapper. Let's see if we can get that off. It's going to get hung up anyways, so it can come out of there. Off. How much was the cold one? The cold one was more, I think. Yeah, the cold one was $9.95. And you can check and see if your local Starbucks has them, or they may have had them weeks ago, and just, supply issues, and mine didn't get them until this week. Yeah, none of the Starbucks cups this year, there's like 4 of them this year, and none of them look even remotely like this. It would have been nice, not necessarily to do 4 ornaments. They've done that before, where they've done like 20 ornaments in a year, and it's just way too much. But it would have been nice if they had done to look like one of the actual cups instead of this. This is nice. And honestly, if they made a cup like this, that would be cool too. But this doesn't look like any of this year's Red Cups, which is a little disappointing, but it's still nice. Basic Starbucks logo. How is it? It's a little bigger, I think. See, I always kind of thought these were based off the same molds, but no. The one from Starbucks is actually a little larger, just a little bit, than the ones from Shop Disney. That's interesting. Or maybe it isn't interesting. I think it's interesting. Your mileage may vary. Yep, those are items this week. We got 3 keys, we got 3 ornaments, we got 2 pins, and then whatever you want to class these as, we've got 2 of them as well. And that's going to wrap it up for the week. Go out there, get your shopping done, be safe, wear your mask, and be kind to each other. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.